So, guys, we are back again speaking about the issue of the illegal miners in Stilfontein. You remember last time when we did an update about the illegal miners in Stilfontein, we actually read a letter of demands from those miners where the miners underground requested or demanded for things like the washing powder, bathing, soaps, cool beans, uh, all sorts of luxuries, and many people thought that letter is ridiculous, and it actually shows that those people in Stelfontein, they don't want to come out. We saw that organization that is called MACUA going on SABC to actually make a case for the same illegal miners, saying that the government must provide these people with everything that they want. So it seems like MACUA is back again on the mainstream media to make a case for those people that are underground and the things that they want. Guys, if you thought that we have heard it all, I want us to listen to this interview and just listen how ridiculous this organization is.
In the northwest, but moving to a developing story now, the Stilfontein illegal mining standoff is continuing into 2025. The Mining Affected Communities United in Action has now approached the Constitutional Court, this time to force government to save the lives of those still underground in the northwest town. The group's application follows last month's ruling by the Pretoria High Court, which dismissed Macau's request. The body's national administrator, Sabelo Manguni, is joining us now for the latest. Mr. Mnguni, thank you for being on the program this evening. So Macau has been...
And guys, if we are honest, you remember when this issue started, the police actually did a blockade in the same shaft, saying that we are not going to allow these people to have everything. If these people want to come out, this is their time to come out, because if we give these people suppliers, they're going to continue to work underground while making the demands. And the court said that the police do not have the right to make the blockade, so the police have to get out of the way so that these people can be given those supplies. So it seems like these people are now taking advantage of the fact that the courts actually said that the police must get out of the way so that the people underground can be given the demands. So now the people underground, they are now making the demands. But if there's one thing for sure, these people are not talking about coming out. They are not saying that please get us out of here. If anything, they are just making the demands. They are not saying anything about being helped, about being taken out of that shaft. So it seems like now the South African courts are now going to work against the people, because every demand that these people are making, the courts are making sure that these people are getting everything that they want. So who actually thinks that these people want to come out? Personally, I have said it times and times again, I don't believe that these people want to come out of the shaft. I believe that they have actually found a strategy or a loophole to say that we are going to make these demands, and we know that the South African courts are going to say that no, if you are not going to give these people any suppliers, then you are infringing on their human rights. You remember even the South African Human Rights Commission, they went flying to Northwest to ensure that these people that are actually committing crimes are actually well taken care of by your taxpayers. So now these people, instead of coming out or instead of writing things about, guys, please help us get out of here, they are just now going to make demands, knowing very well that the South African courts are going to give them everything that they want. This is South Africa for you guys.
Very active in advocating for the rights of illegal miners in Stilfontein. Tell us about some of the key goals you're hoping to achieve with this constitutional court bid.
No, good evening to you, and good evening to the viewers at home. Yes, as much as we acknowledge the illegal activities that are happening in Stilfontein, but rather the fault should be noted that the environment is created by commercial mines in terms of them leaving derelict mines and unrehabilitated land general. So in terms of what we hope to achieve, the constitution is clear, and the government carries rather the mandate to ensure that the right to life is observed. Number one,
Exactly. You see, these people are now taking advantage of the Constitution. They are taking advantage of the Constitution. They are taking advantage of the Constitution. And me personally, I wonder what is it exactly that this organization that is called MACUA What is it exactly are they benefiting from this whole situation in Stilfontein? What are they benefiting from this situation in Stilfontein? Because these people are hard at work to ensure that those people underground are well taken care of. They are hard at work on the mainstream media, and the mainstream media again is giving these people platform to come out to make the case for those people that actually should be arrested. They are giving these people a platform to come out to say that no, these people should be taken care of. We understand that these people are committing crimes. Whoa, we understand that these people are committing crimes, but at the same time, no, we cannot allow these people to be ill-treated despite the fact that they are committing crimes. We cannot allow these people to be ill-treated. We have to make sure that these people are well taken care of. What is it exactly that this organization is benefiting?
Everyone who's in South Africa, regardless of nationality or criminal activities or whatever status one is holding in terms of the legislation in the country. But when we look at what is happening in Stilfontein, at this moment, it's beyond dealing with illegal mining. It created an organic problem, which is a humanitarian crisis, where now we see a group of artisanal miners, some may say, trapped in a situation where where they are at this moment in time, it's highly impossible for them to resurface on their own. When the operation was conducted, it is the operation Valamkoti that contributed to the creation of this situation. So therefore, it is the responsibility of the state to ensure that those who are trapped in this situation, they are saved, and then they face the matter of the law as they continue to ensure that they enforce rather to ensure that there is a safety in the society and dealing with illegal mining. Also holding mining companies to account, because this situation was created by a mining company. It was not a situation that is occurred out of a blue.
So the mining companies are the ones that actually forced these people to go underground. So, guys, maybe I don't understand, or maybe I am slow, so that these people got in those shafts by themselves. But for some reason, it is the responsibility of the state to make sure that those people are out. They got there by themselves, but for some reason, it is the responsibility of the state to make sure that those people are out. It is the fault of the mining companies that those people actually got in those shafts. So if these people are going to be given the suppliers, are these people even going to come out? Because if you give us food while we are actually mining for the gold, then there is no need for us to actually come out. We're going to have to make the demands, keep making the demands, giving us food while we are working. So who actually believes that these people want to come out of that shaft? I don't believe that these people want to come out of those shafts. I don't. But it is unfair to say that this is the responsibility of the state. Because where was the state when these people got in those shafts by themselves? Where was the people? Because right now, if you say that it is the responsibility of the state to make sure that those people are well taken care of, basically you are saying that it is the responsibility of South African hard-working taxpayers to ensure that those people are well taken care of. So where were South Africans when those people got in those shafts by themselves? Where were South Africans?
I know the shafts were left derelict. The community, because of poverty, find themselves going back to the same activity they were doing well while the mine was still operational. So in this instance, the state holds the responsibility to save the tech miners at the moment. That is the crust of the matter. Other elements will be secondary. They are secondary at this moment in time, because now we are talking about the lives of people rather than talking about the lives of artisanal miners. Their economic status at this moment in time is rather secondary vis-a-vis them losing their life. It's because of Operation Valamkoti that denied basic needs such as food and water and so on.
Mr. Mngoni.
So you can hear that the guy is actually making a case that when the police did Operational Valamkoti, where they blocked the suppliers to these people, they were at fault. This is basically what he's saying, that they were at fault, and it is the fault of the police and their Operation Valamkoti. It is their fault. It is their fault that Now things have turned from bad to worse. It is their fault. I mean, like, this is a mockery. This is a mockery. This is a mockery. If we had a government that is actually responsible, this issue would have been taken care of in 10 minutes. You remember when the Minister of Presidency Kumbuzo Njaveni came out to say that no, we are not going to help the miners. Those people got in in that shaft by themselves. So we're gonna have to smoke them out. We're gonna have to smoke them out. You remember how the mining representatives came out, the likes of who is that representative of AMCU? Like, these people, they came out to say that no, how can the Ministry of Presidency say all these kind of things about those people that are trapped underground? Then a couple of days after, it was actually found that even children were found in those shafts. And the same people that were making excuses for these people that are trapped supposedly underground, they had nothing to say because they had eggs on their faces. They had eggs on their faces when they realized that they actually defended children being underground. They had eggs on their faces. But one thing I don't understand is that the mainstream media and the amount of airtime that they are giving to these people, it is ridiculous at this point. It is ridiculous at this point.
So as we continue to really understand or grapple with what's happening underground, are you at any point able to give us a sense of the condition of some of the miners who are still underground, these illegal miners or zamazamas?
Okay. First, we communicate through letters. That's the only at this moment in time as the community rescue operation via the letters. So as per the letter that we received, which we last communicated on the 24th of December, it gave us a picture of what is happening, where people are so desperate to leave the shaft to come to surface. They are even attempting to lose a shaft 10, which is dangerous. The letter states that many have tried, but they've fallen. So even those who were able to make the journey up from shaft 10, going resurfacing, they are testifying that many have they left shaft 11, 20 of them, but only 5 have surfaced. So they are losing their life. So in terms of health status, there were requests of medication, but not enough medication was sent underground. So therefore, those who we will, according to the letters, again, they are slated to be critically, right. They're in a critical conditions. Basically, there's no food also that has been sent in the past 8 days. So we can estimate that currently, as we speak today, on the 1st of January 2025, the situation is worse than what we last communicated on the 24th, which also that letter indicated that they were sitting with 9 bodies. So one can also estimate that there are more bodies now vis-a-vis from our last conversation. So we believe the content that we receive via the letters, as so far as we have been operating since on the 14th of November.
Mr. Mngoni, the situation in Stilfontein is not just economic, it's also a social and environmental as well. How has this crisis impacted local communities in terms of health, safety, and even their livelihoods in this area?
No, thank you. So if one follows the history of Kuma as a community, there was once a period where crime was very high in the community. Once many people started participating in the artisanal mining, in the Zamazama space, crime reduced in a drastic manner to an extent.
I hope that he's going to tell us about the women that were actually raped by the so-called illegal miners, or the artisanal miners, as he would like to put it. I hope that he can tell us about that. The idea that having the illegal miners actually reduced the crime in an area, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
That if one can come now, today, to Kuma, it's a drug-free community. It's one of the communities that it's my first time meeting a community where Nyaupe is not a problem. So what I'm trying to bring about is that participating in the Zamazama space has lifted the community to an extent that it was able to deal with other problems that some communities they can't deal with, such as crime, such as drugs.
This is an illegal scheme, and with this push to formalize small-scale mining, what steps do you believe can be taken to create a legal framework that helps small miners transition from informal to formal operations?
And just listen to the questions that are posed, man. It's almost as if the mainstream media wants to give these people a leeway to actually make their case. They are not asking these people tough questions. They are not asking these people tough questions. Because if we have to talk about crime, you have to talk about the crime that the same people that are committing in the same communities. And you have to make a case. You have to make a case that I can sit here and make a case that women are not safe. Women are not safe. Why are you saying that women are not safe? Just look at the reports from a couple of years and look at how many women have been abused, have been raped by the so-called Zamazamas. So how can you say that the community is safer when women themselves are not safe? How can you say the community is safe? They are not even making the case for the communities. They are just asking the questions that are so soft that they are giving these people a leeway to make a case for the Zamazamas. This is what is actually frustrating about the mainstream media and how they deal with these people, especially, at least with Clement Manyatela. Clement Manyatela, when he was speaking with that guy from MACUA, he actually pushed back. He pushed back a lot to a point where that guy was actually frustrated at Clement Manyatela. Because Clement Manyatela was saying that, no, it is ridiculous. How can you people say that you are demanding these things and saying nothing about being helped to come out? He was actually pushing back at these people. But most of the time, if you listen to the interviews from these people, the mainstream media is actually asking soft questions. It's almost as if they are trying to give these people a leeway to make their cases live on national television. It is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. How can you allow that guy to sit there and to say that having the illegal mine, having the Zamazamas around in the communities is actually making the community safe? How can you sit there and allow that person to say something like that? How can you sit there and allow that person to say something like that? It is ridiculous. Everybody knows it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The Zamazamas are dangerous. These people are dangerous. You are talking about the people that are doing something to actually benefit themselves. But if you listen to this guy, you would swear that the Zamazamas, they would go there, they would get the money, and they would come out to help the communities. They don't give a damn about the communities. They don't care about the communities. But you sit there and allow these people to say that, no, going there and having these people is actually making the community safe. And the guy is not even pushing back. He's not even pushing back. That is what is more frustrating, especially when you listen to the interviews that are given to these representatives of those people that are underground. They got there by themselves underground. So if you are a journalist, you must ask that when these people actually decided to go underground, are you telling me that those people had no plans of actually coming out? When they got there underground, when they went underground by themselves, are you telling me that those people had no plans to actually come out? To a point now, they are saying that, no, it is the responsibility of the state to get us out of here. Ah, man.
Mari has started the operation. We had a pilot project in Kimberley where Zamazamas were able to attain a permit to work for man. So currently the challenge is the state is dragging its feet in terms of formalizing. It only developed a police. There are measures, there are steps taken, there are proposals that are made by many organizations, including us as MACUA. We've been making proposals to the MRE as to what processes can we follow. These are the proposals. There are legislative proposals that are in the table of the MRE as we speak. So we're waiting for that process to start. That will inform as to what needs to happen. But generally, in simple, the sector can be formalized. It has been formalized before. We just need to continue from there. Because remember, commercial mines, they leave the shaft or they leave operations because they can't continue based on how it's no longer making profit for them. But for the artisanal space, it is profitable. It can create jobs. If you follow the report of Stilfontein, at the first report, it talked about 4,000 Zamazamas. So imagine when the sector is formalized, how many jobs that can multiply out of those 4,000. So the system, it is there. It's only the state coming to part in also fast-tracking the process of formalizing the sector, because there are proposals on the table of the state at the moment.
Mr. Mguni,
the only thing is legislation.
We have run out of time, but maybe quickly remind us of some of the legal arguments you will be presenting in the Constitutional Court, if possible, in under a minute.
One, we want the court to order the state to send food, pay in humanitarian aid, and also to assist with the resources that will assist the rope. Because one, with that, with the rope system, we are waiting for the provisional rescue operation. The provisional rescue operation needs to commence as quickly as possible, because the state has been promising for 8 weeks now. It's almost 2 months now that they've been promising. So what we are going to plead with the court is to order the state to take their responsibility as the constitutional mandate in terms of saving life through sending humanitarian aid. Secondly, retrieving people as they promised it, but in the form of bringing a professional rescue operation.
Thank you, sir.
And it is said that as South Africans, we cannot even put a trust in the courts and think and hope that the courts is going to make the good decisions. The courts are going to say that, yeah, it is fine, give those people everything that they want. Just like before. The court is going to say that, no, it is fine, give those people everything that they want. So you, as the taxpayer, say this is basically what you are paying for. This is what you are basically paying for. It is crazy, man. It is crazy, man. If this issue had been dealt with the way that the government actually wanted in the beginning, if the government was actually tough, like the Minister of Presidency, when she responded to this issue, I think that this issue would have been solved long time ago. But now that the courts are involved and the courts are saying that no, give these people everything that they want, this issue is going to be tracked. This is not something that is going to end anytime soon. It is not going to end anytime soon. It is not. Guys, please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye bye.